Liquor Talk, new episode. And for the last time, man, 2022 starts right now. Welcome everybody to another edition of the Liquor Talk podcast. The time has come. It's time to close 2022 out. It is the men's only round, the last episode of 2022. I'm your man, Vic. And joining me today, this brother's podcasting out of Denver. You heard him last year on season 4. He's coming for the men's only round. It's my dog Julius from the Toxic Tangents podcast. What's up, Jay?
And what's popping?
Also in podcasting in St. Pete, he's the host of Book of Clarity. He's gonna have to explain more to that. But it's JD Jugs, the voice of reason on the men's only round. So what's popping, Juggy?
Hey man, it's good to be back in the mix. Let's close this year out with a bang.
Yes, let's definitely close out this year with a bang. And shout out to the men who couldn't make it on. We still love y'all, you know what I'm saying? We'll just have to work with y'all at some point in 2023, you know. So how y'all been doing, man? Because it's been a while since I talked to the both of y'all. And Jugs, what's with this Book of Clarity? You got to give me some more.
Hey, I was hoping that you would ask me that because I have rebranded. The Book of Clarity is the name of the show. It has a specific lens and focus on civics tied to Florida and also political discussions that are going on. Because, you know what I'm saying, we still got folks who think that the 2020 election didn't actually happen. And they're ready to do violent actions to prove that they're still in power. So there's a lot to talk about, a lot of dots to connect. Because I know that one thing that Black people do not like talking about is politics. And the one thing they're ignorant about is usually politics. And to come to find out, everything is political. And I'm going to show everybody how it affects your everyday life. So definitely tune in. All platforms, you can find me at the Book of Clarity. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to see if there's any topics that y'all would like to discuss. And thank you, Vic, as always. You know what I'm saying? One of the longest running podcasts around. You know what I'm saying? And the men's only round is so important, the therapy session. So I'm glad to be in the mix.
Yes, I'm glad to have you in the mix. Julius, what's been going on, man? Because last time we spoke, I was on your podcast, but it's nice to have you on for the men's only round sessions. Normally, I'm sorry that the other men didn't show up yet, but hey, it is what it is.
Fuck it. We the real men. No, I'm just playing. Cut that part out. I'm not hating on nobody. It was just a joke. But you know, yeah, just still grinding, you know, taking this toxic tangent shit to a new level. That's really all you can do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. For the people that didn't listen to that episode, tell us a little about the Toxic Tangents podcast, your podcast.
So yeah, it's a podcast where we give wild stories and bad advice. So if you need a little bit of that in your life, and there you go. You know, one of those ratchet comedy podcasts. I'm not gonna lie, and it's only gonna get even more ratchet. All right, so just be prepared.
Hey, that's what's up. Yes, it is definitely a lot of ratchetness, fellas. Speaking of this ratchetness, what the hell have y'all thought about 2022 overall? Let's just jump right into it because 2022 was just a crazy ass year. Like, well, we can start with the ratchetness that we see every day on social media. Like, why is it that we just have debate over the stupidest things? Like, what is going on?
Yeah, man. I you know what I'm saying? One of the things that really bothers me is people be so ready to jump on every single trend. Everybody want to use the Lensa app. Come to find out, the people who created the Lensa app using that information to create digital art and steal people's identities. But people see other people on the app and say, I want to look good too in my favorite cosplay outfit. 2022 was a crazy year. A lot of celebrities died. I had a couple people close to me that unfortunately passed away. I'm looking just forward to, you know, fresh 2023, you know what I'm saying, cracking them 6 figures and just getting a lot of things done and traveling internationally to see my peoples.
I have to agree with that. I'm definitely with you with that travel international because America just ain't it. You know, it's so crazy over here. I'm looking at so much shit over here in America compared to other countries. I'm like, what the hell is going on in other countries, man? Man, what you think about this year, Jay?
Honestly, this shit went by so fucking fast. Like, it's already about to be 2023. Like it just hit me. You know what I mean? Like I don't know about you guys, but this year flew the fuck by for me. So I'm like, I'm kind of not ready, but you know, time is time. So I don't know. It's just I almost feel like I want to rewind.
Yeah, and
Like
go back and do some things over.
yeah, like maybe back to August, like you know what I'm saying, and put it on slow mode. Cause this shit,
Yes.
man, this shit is
It
crazy.
seemed like once we got past August, things just started zooming and zooming. I'm like, what in the hell? Like shit. Like
No. This whole fucking year. I'm talking like, all right. So just to put it in perspective, a year ago, I remember there was a big ass fire out here. So in my head, it really feels like that was like the other month. You know what I mean? And then it was New Year's. I got a whole story about that. But you know what I'm saying? I'm like, wait, it's about to be New Year's already? Like niggas just think about Christmas plans and all that shit. I'm like, I ain't got no plans. Like everything's moving so fast. I'm like, I don't know. I might just be chilling this year. But yeah, man, I'm just struggling to keep up. That's where I'm at.
yeah, shit. I think we all in that same boat. It's like we're trying to keep a grasp of things, but then it's been if it ain't one thing, it's another thing. I'm like, we got this handled. Now it's this shit. I'm like, and then also when I'm looking at celebrities passing away, I'm like, why does it make it feel like so many people died this year?
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of celebrities died. People not taking care of themselves, people committing suicide. You know, think about the boy Twitch that was on the Ellen DeGeneres show. You know what I'm saying? He was a happy-go-lucky dude, beautiful family, accomplished. He got the bag. And, you know, kind of find out as hard as we chase the bag, apparently it's not enough. So it just, you know, this year just put a lot of things in perspective. Definitely kept me grounded in reality, but I am, you know, down to see what 2023 brings. And I'm ready to get to it, ready to bring this out. You're out with a bang.
Yeah, do we know why he did that?
There's some conspiracies that I read online. They had said something to do with his wife, but by all accounts, he was a happily married man. I believe he had 3 kids. We don't know. You know, I mean, it's just almost like when Robin Williams died, right?
Right.
Like he was happy by all people's accounts, and unfortunately he took himself out. So it's just kind of people give this shell, they smile, you know, and they laugh with you, and they try to do everything to make you happy. And then sometimes people just not happy. You got to really try to dig deep with your peoples to make sure they're good, man. That's the only thing I can really say.
Yes, you definitely have to. You definitely got to dig deep. I know we said this on many occasions about mental health and stuff, but while I'm learning, it takes more because I guarantee you, everyone that done committed suicide, I feel like if they had that one person that could really get to them, that one person that could just pick up on the signs when they faking the funk, that could really tell that when something's not right, you know, to really approach them and really get on their ass, because it's like, yeah, you have everything, but it's just sometimes you're just taking yourself out, and it's hard. You know, I know it's hard. Now, I do say rest in peace to the DJ Twitch. I'm not gonna sit here and fake the fuck like I knew everything what was going on with him. I didn't know much about him, but I still, at the end of the day, he's still a black man, and it's just it's painful to see another one of us passing away. It's just, and it sucks that he didn't live long enough to get off his flowers. And I really hate this trend of people waiting till someone dies to want to give them their flowers. No, giving them their flowers and giving their love while they're here, because you never know, those flowers or whatever you mean to somebody, it may just keep them around. So it's just, I mean, what do y'all think? Because I've heard, not with just DJ Twitch, but with a lot of rappers that were passing away, there was so many people blowing up these rappers' music. I'm like, oh, y'all wait till they die to play their music?
Yeah, man.
Oh, and even the man who played the Red Ranger on the Power Rangers, man. Same thing.
Oh
with him.
Yeah,
man, niggas grew up with that, and everybody wanted to be a Red Ranger.
Everybody, man.
Yeah, everybody. I thought it was the Green Ranger that passed away. It was the Red
Ranger. It was a Red Ranger.
Red Ranger, man.
It was a Red Ranger. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but I know, like, I had somebody on my timeline who, you know, he'd met him 3 different times. He even put the man on his voicemail. You know what I'm saying? And it was just an
that's
integral
crazy.
part of his life. And for him to taking yourself out, you know what I'm saying? It just speaks to, are we really taking care of ourselves? You know what I'm saying? It makes things really real for me personally.
Yeah, it is. And also what's making it real is sometimes I'm starting to feel like that maybe you need to be selfish. If you just can't do something this day, then take that day for yourself. You need to be selfish to look out for yourself. You gotta look out for you, number one, because you're going so hard for everybody, but I'm saying people ain't really matching that energy. And also sometimes you look up, you need something from them, they're not really going hard. And you just gotta take time, go back to take time for yourself because it's hard out here. You drain yourself trying to please everybody.
Yeah,
Facts.
I agree 100%, man. I mean, my pop used to say, what the most important and the most powerful word is no.
Yeah,
Just no. No, I can't come today. No, I can't babysit. No, I can't. Whatever it is, deep down inside whether you really had a capacity to do that or not. Now, sometimes we don't have no choice but to do things, but when we do, we have to be able to utilize no, man. I mean, I personally find out I'm not saying no enough. A lot of people want me in a lot of
agreed.
different places. I'm only one person and I'm already wearing hats, multiple hats. You can only give so much in one day. So I would say people out there, to the guys that's listening, to the ladies that may be listening, the word no is not illegal. Sometimes you just gotta say no.
Yeah. If you say no and you're genuine about it, and it's like, hey, I can't do it today, but I can do it tomorrow, most people understand. But honestly, what I've learned is you tell somebody no, it will show you how they really feel about you. If they still come back and fuck with you like nothing happened, then hey, it is what it is. That's a real one. But some people, you tell them no, you done gone from friend to public enemy.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah. Yeah. What's up with people like that? It's almost, I don't know. Sometimes people really get in their feelings, about asking you for shit.
Uh, I mean, there's people that are always looking to take advantage of a situation, man. Like I had to learn that mug the hard way, man. Everybody that's friendly with you ain't for you, and people always looking for the easy way out. So it ain't gonna be through me though. They got to do
Right.
better.
Agreed.
So that's the
I
hard lesson I learned, man.
Man, I learned that the hard way too. Like even last year before we did the 2021 closing, I learned that the hard way. It's like you turn people down and they act like it's the end of the world. I'm like, I'm not to count favors or nothing, but don't you see all these other times I done came through for you, but the one time I can't, it's the end of
Right.
the world.
It's like, yo, relax.
I agree.
It's
I
like
agree.
you definitely got to relax and stuff. And also, why is it during the year that I saw all these pointless ass conversations on social media? Like so many women and so many men asking, do men do this? Do women do that? In my head, I'm just like, the answer is yes. The right
Like
woman
what?
will do it for you. It's just, I get tired of these pointless ass conversations that to me, it feels like only the black community are having these conversations.
Well, what type of conversations? I don't
The
like. Give
ones
an
about the
example.
relationships, the ones where they talking about the $200 dates, the hypotheticals, or the gender roles, the things they want to do in relationships. And I kind of feel like
Mm.
everybody's a hypocrite because everybody say I won't do this, I won't do that, but I bet it's the right person you'll do it.
I
Yeah.
know. Oh, go ahead, Dan.
No, I was just gonna say, those it is kind of weird, but at the same time, it's like we just a lot of podcasts and YouTube channels and all this crap. Like that's just what they do. They talk about relationships, which is fine. Um, but yeah, I will agree. It seems like the all the relationship talk kind of there was an uptick in it, probably because of no, definitely because of Kevin Samuels. Like it or hate it, that's just the facts.
Rest in
Is
peace.
he got all those conversations with men and women started, and so it is kind of weird because there is a bit of a gender war still. Um, but sometimes it's just how you look at it because it's like this shit has always been going on, right? It's just more people are talking about it. on social media. That's the only difference. So I don't know. I feel like calling it a gender war might be a little overhyping it, you know?
And I saw people asking questions like, do men still pump gas for women? Do men still open the car door?
Yeah.
Uh, do men still make sure that their wife looks okay before they leave? And I feel like certain people, they get in this mode where they're dating the same type of person over and over again. And if you do something over and over again without changing, it's basically the idea of insanity. So like, it
Yes,
feels like I'm in a twilight zone because I keep dating different people. They're all doing the same thing. And so then they go to social media like, I can't be the only one going through this, right? So it's hard. It's hard to look at yourself and say, you're not good at this. This is something that you need to upgrade. I know Beyonce has a song, Let Me Upgrade. Sometimes we need to upgrade.
yes,
What
you
I'm
need to
saying?
upgrade. And you know what that upgrade
Yeah.
is? You know what that upgrade is? The man that will do those things that they be claiming for. You know what that upgrade is? Is right there in the goddamn friend zone. And some of us men, we do it too. Like some men, the one that's willing to do everything for you. Sometimes we done put that motherfucker in the friend zone.
Ooh,
Yeah. Sometimes he's a lame ass nigga. Like,
I mean, I know.
is
I
what it
mean, he's
is.
a lame. I mean, does he have something going for him though? At least that. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, he
again,
better have money.
people have ideas of exactly who they will and will not date, and I don't know,
Facts.
man. I mean, like think about like with Issa Rae, like and Donald Glover, right? They both came out with shows designed around like awkward people. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of have a blueprint.
Rest in peace to Atlanta and rest in peace to Insecure. But continue, Juggy.
Damn.
Yeah. So like you have a blueprint for what to do and what not to do. I don't know what else people really need, man. I know the pandemic messed up a lot of people. I know it messed me up, but hey, we're going into year 3 afterwards. We gotta find a way to turn the corner.
Hey, we gotta find a way to bounce back from this pandemic, but we gotta find a way to turn the corner. And I know what it is. It's like we have these conversations, but then are we preparing ourselves for that person? Are we mentally and physically, are we preparing ourselves for that person? Because I know Steve Harvey told a story about he wanted to buy his mom a new car, but his mom said, why are these old cars still out here? And Steve Harvey said that he ended up getting the old cars out there, cleaning up the driveway so to prepare for the new cars. So sometimes you gotta clean yourself up to make room for what you're seeking and manifesting.
Damn, that was deep.
Man, you're dropping gems tonight, man. This must be the men's year finale or something, bro. Okay.
Hey, I'm just saying that all these people talking about the same things, but it's like, hey, sometimes I'm looking at them like, are you really ready for it? And also, I'm also looking at you like, did you pass by the person that you're thinking that's gonna do all this for you? If there's just some things you can't get past, I understand, but don't be crying in about 20, 30 years when you're behind is 50 and 60, like, oh, where's my person at? I'm like, you probably missed that opportunity. But you never know, though, because I've heard for us men, you never know, because I think I saw Diddy's like 50-something. He just having another baby. I'm like, damn.
Bruh, don't get me started on Diddy right now. Don't get me started on Diddy right now.
He gonna be having kids till he dead.
Bruh, he is wilding. And I'm not surprised, but he's wilding, bro. Like 100%.
Fuck it.
Yeah, he definitely is wilding. But continue this conversation about this year. Julius, I'm gonna come to you on this one. Since you're the host of the Toxic Tangents podcast, what toxic trends have you picked up on that you're looking at people like, we need to stop doing this?
Toxic trends. Oh yeah. I would say I don't think people just started doing it, maybe, but I think they always have done it. Is maybe linking up, like maybe if you date somebody or if you just hooking up or something like that, and you're not telling people like what you really want, and that can
Yeah.
confuse people. And to
Yeah.
be fair, I was just thinking about this yesterday too. And to be fair, sometimes people don't know themselves / know what they want all the way. So maybe that, and that's why and how they mislead people. But yeah, it is kind of messed up. You know, just kind of fucking with people. Like, yo, if all you wanted to do maybe was hook up, like just be real and be an adult. Like if that person isn't an adult enough to, I know if I'm going off on a tangent, but if that person is an adult enough to, know to be able to accept you telling them the truth, and that's a problem. So I guess that's another toxic thing is lying to yourselves. Like, no, I don't just want to hook up. Like, you want to be told a lie then? Because I'll tell you a lie and make you cry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's real. Juggy, what you think?
What was the question once again? I want to make sure I answer this right.
The question I asked is, what toxic trends that you noticed in 2022 that you hope people stop doing in 2023?
You know what toxic trend I noticed that really grinds my gears, fellas?
Mm-hmm.
Stop posting everything online.
That's the one right there.
I don't want to see you when you're crying every time. I don't want to see you when you're laughing every time. I don't want to see every intimate moment that you have with your child or your significant other or your children or your auntie or your uncles or your grandma. It doesn't all need to be put online. Everything that goes online is forever recorded. Some things in your life should be private, and you can easily do that by not posting every part of your life in the digital space. It might be funny to somebody. I know everybody's content creator. Here we are. But you don't have to post every part of your life online. That is not going to give you an advantage. And it could help contribute to your potential depression. So please carefully consider what you post online, especially them rants. When people go on rants, you got coworkers on there. You're trying to figure out why you're getting fired. You're trying to talk about promotion and you're talking crazy out your mouth. Got to think about those things. Please be cognizant of what you're posting online. Google's already listening to all your conversations. Just be cognizant of what you're posting online. That's it.
Yes. And part of that, I would tell people maybe you need to use the close friends feature, or maybe you need to use the close friends button, because to make sure everything don't need to get out. Because sometimes if you need to go on a rant, it'd be wise to just go ahead and put it in the close friends on Twitter and Instagram to where not everybody can see it, because you are fucked if you put a rant out there on social media and employers, sponsors, whoever wants to do business with you, they might put. Or if you go viral, don't you know? It feel like every celebrity they done had the random ass tweets pulled. I'm like, Twitter was a toxic place once a time. People are not mature enough to realize that. So I definitely agree with Juggy. Be very careful about what you're posting. And going back to Julius' point about dating and stuff, know what the fuck you want before you sit down with somebody. If you run to somebody who's just, I just want to be friends, that person is wasting your time. Don't even give them the time of day, you know what I'm saying? Because how you just want to be friends, but yet you want me to take you to this restaurant and stuff. Nah, we gotta get like video games and with shit, we gotta get like video games. Like if we're gonna be out, if we're gonna be serious with dating and get to know one another, then we go to the restaurants. If you just trying to be on the friend zone level, you might just get the fuck Wendy's. I don't know.
Facts.
We gotta know what the fuck we want and stop wasting people's time, because I feel like a lot of these conversations, these bad conversations where everybody's blaming one another, would stop if we just communicate what the hell we want, and if it doesn't align with what that person wants, just move on.
I definitely agree, but I'm not gonna lie. After being a podcaster, I guess I'm one of them internet niggas. But I don't be. I mean, obviously I got the dumb shit that I say on my podcast, but I don't be on Instagram going on whole rants, with a phone, like, crying about nothing. You know what I'm saying? I just post funny shit, shit from the pod. You know what I mean? Shit like that. Like I got a whole meme page
You
on
got
TikTok.
boundaries. You
Yeah,
got
see, you
boundaries.
got boundaries. You cool with it.
Like I know what I do this for.
Yeah. See, you cool with it, but it's these other people that it's like every day they posting something about a relationship conversation where it's either all men or all women, and they just telling on themselves.
That shit is weird. I don't know. I guess I'm an internet nigga, but not that much of an internet nigga. So I'm a little bit better. So there.
There's a balance to it. You got balance. It's like a lot of us, we have balance to it. We'll get on the internet to go ahead and post what we need for our pods and stuff and engage and stuff. But for that, we ain't about to be about all this shit.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yes, it is crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Liquor Talk. The more you drink, the better we sound. Pull up that liquor for the last time this year because remember, we sound a whole lot better when you have some liquor. Let's talk about finances. You know, black people, we got to get better with finances because don't y'all know that we control $1.4 trillion of the economy by 2024? That's what's projected. 1.2 trillion. Don't y'all know us black people? We need to be holding these companies accountable that don't fuck with us. The companies that are doing dumb shit and the companies that are not. And also the companies that are not doing right by black people. And we really got to bring some of that money home. I know it's hard, but we got to find ways to bring that money to other black businesses. I know that if you can't afford something, just go get it. Don't complain about the prices because there's a whole bunch of ways we could be getting this money. I mean, talk to me. What y'all think about that?
I mean, personally, man, you know, we have enough spending power. We got more spending power for than at least 5 countries that I could think of off the top of my head. We're disorganized. We don't have tenants that the community at large follows. Unfortunately, we're not a monolith, but what I would say is that we have opportunity. We have an opportunity to affect so many different industries. We have to be willing to fight and sacrifice. And you know, speaking of finances, like and supporting companies that actually give back, a lot of these companies depend on us, you know, to spend money with them, especially these clothing and shoe brands. These people take the money that we have, give it to the ops in politics to make laws that basically will kill us. So we need to be able to connect these dots and be conscious about where you're spending your money. We must hold these companies accountable. We need the budget. You need to put some money aside. The storm. If you can't tell that something bad is coming at this point, after 2020, if you can't tell that you need to save some money, that you need to get some water, some flashlights, a radio, if you can't tell you need to put something aside at this point, either you hide perpetually and you don't care no more, or you just got your head stuck in the sand. And I would advise people to get their head out of the sand before it gets chopped. So, you know, we could do a lot better. And some of us are doing better. People going to college, kids going to HBCUs. You know, some of us have TV networks. You know, LeBron's been in the NBA for 20 years. He's getting this money, trying to become a billionaire. We're doing things in certain places. You know what I'm saying? Even Diddy, the most problematic of dudes. You know, how you be bisexual and having kids and have an open relationship with a girlfriend at the same time.
Whoa, what that came out of left field.
But you know, he still P. Diddy still signed Combs, you know what I'm saying? He still got the clothing line, he still got the drinks. You know, he's still out here, he's still a record label mogul. There's things to be learned. So, you know, if you're gonna be sloppy, at least have money. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't afford to be at the bottom of the totem pole while other people out here, you know, living their best life. Man, you know, people in my job, their parents pay their rent. Parents paying their rent, bought them a car. They living in alternate realities. We can do that too.
How old are these people? Like kids?
Bruh, they in their 30s and stuff, and they still having their parents take care of them, bro. What I'm saying is there is an opportunity for wealth. We got to grab it. We can play by the same rules and do better for ourselves and our families. But let me step on the soapbox and let the other gentleman speak.
Shit, I'm trying to be that.
All right,
rich.
Jay. Before you go, I'm gonna let you get back to his soapbox, but I gotta bring on a brother right now. He's driving, holding it down in Seattle. He's the host of the Everything Culture podcast. It's my brother Drake. How you doing today, man? I know you driving, but what's up,
I'm blessed, man. I'm good. Sorry for being a little bit tardy. I had to hit the gym and all that. Now I headed to the barbershop. We're doing some self-care. So,
yes,
man, how y'all doing?
yes, for the self-care, man. Yes, for the self-care, man. I definitely appreciate you popping on for the fellas with the men's only round. I know he holding up down in Seattle. I'm surprised it's not raining as hell up there in Seattle right now.
It's only rainy during the winter, but usually it's extremely pretty and gorgeous up here. It's gonna be expensive, but other than that, it's pretty cool spot to come and visit. You feel me? But all in all, I can't complain, man.
That's what's up. Juggy, go ahead and finish your point that you were making about us, how us black people need to do better with finance.
I talked about at the top of the show, how I've completely rebranded and I'm doing a show on politics. I tell y'all, I found out locally, right? The city council took a slush fund of taxes that was from a black community, taxes that we pay. Do you know what they did with that money? They used it to give themselves a bonus. We got to become more financially responsible. We got to start paying attention. There is so much money out here. I got a buddy, he's starting a business, or he's considering starting a business just cleaning people's dumpsters, charging people $15. It's ways out here to make money if you feel like you can't go to your typical 9 to 5. There are so many ways in this country to make money. Why you think these people come across from Mexico? They literally roping these people up like it's the Wild Wild West, and they still coming over here with their small children.
Nope.
And they getting money. They all packed in and live in the same house to get this money and give their kids a better life. So we already American citizens. We have the same opportunity to really get out here. And you know what I'm saying, Vic, you were talking about the $1.2 trillion in spending power, man. Look, bro, we support Balenciaga. We support all these Jordan. These companies would not even exist if we didn't give them their money.
Yes, but
it wouldn't exist, man.
Yes, they wouldn't. They really wouldn't exist. One time for Del P once said whenever he popped back on and stuff. Drake, you ready, dog? I got a question for you.
I'm ready, but I got a question. I want to make a statement real quick. My brother, I can't see your name right now, but you just mentioned something about taxes from whatever city or local government that you're a part of that was taking in the taxes from the black community and using it to give themselves bonuses. Then you went into we have to be more financially responsible. That ain't got nothing to do with us being financially responsible. That's a corrupt government that I'm looking at now. We have to be more responsible, knowing where our finances are going. But that we did our part of paying taxes. Now we got to do more in politics and make sure to get those people and make sure get those people out of offices and make sure to change those policies. But paying taxes, you can avoid that. That is being financially responsible, because that's something you cannot avoid.
And I would agree with that. I guess the way that I was looking at it is we pay these taxes and we don't have a choice. We should also follow up on the way those taxes are spent, which is, being civically involved, which, let's be completely honest, most black people are absolutely horrible at. That's a whole other topic. Yeah, it's just, I look at it as part of financial responsibility to make sure that the money that we give out, it goes to where it needs to go to build the infrastructure in our communities. I consider that being part of financially responsible personally. But I do agree with what you're saying.
But we also have to be mindful of the corruption and the system that has made us to be the way that we are about politics. Still to this day, they don't want us voting. Till to this day, they don't want us being part of the table, or quote unquote table. And we can say all day we can remove ourselves from that table and make our own, but they have time and time again, if you just pay attention to history, to violate our spaces.
Yes, they have.
I agree.
So it's really difficult, but once again, we have to pay attention to the systematic and systemic processes that have been put here to keep us what's the word I'm looking for? Oh my gosh.
To keep us I think I know which word you're talking about. To keep us keep us under.
Yeah, on the lower level. Correct.
Yeah, keep us on the lower
And
level,
that's the
basically.
main thing we have to be wise for, because we can band our money together, but we're going to have these obstacles and challenges that other communities do not have. That's the thing we have to mind. We have obstacles that other communities do not have. Either they come from other countries or not. But something about being an American descendant of an African slave.
Yeah.
That is something that other communities do not have, and that is the truth. And that's, don't take my word of it. Just look at history. That's my thing. But I see we got a question for me. But I love the conversation, though.
Yeah. Before we get in, I see another brother about to hop in. Coming out the Man Cave. He's the host of the Man Cave with Del P podcast. It's my brother Del P. What's going on, Del? If you can hear us, holla. I don't know if he can hear us yet, but
yeah, I got you, man.
What's going on, man?
I'm only doing this because you're my boy, man.
I appreciate you, dog. I fucking appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, man.
Like, I'm only here, so
tell me what you think, though, man. Tell me what you think about how can black people improve financially. What you think?
Oh shit, it's a list. Oh man, I don't know, man. I always say black ignorance is $1 billion corporation. So I
like that. I like that.
Yes.
One of those things, like, even when we know, we still fuck up. So it's kind of, that's a deep question, because it's a list of things. It's like we come up with 1,000 ways to do right by it, and I don't know. I don't really got the answer for it. I don't.
Because it's like, because the reason it was sprung the question is because I was reading somewhere where black people can account for 1.4 trillion of spending, and I'm like, in 2023, how do we need to improve that to support? Because it's crazy how they rely on us so much, but yet they treat us like shit.
I don't think they rely on us. I think we spend the money because we feel like we have to.
Yeah.
If you put it like this, right? Just as many as it is white clothing lines, there's plenty of blacks, but we don't support them. Plenty of black stores, we don't support them. It's a shitload of black podcasters, but we still go sign with the white people. It's a list of things we can go down on. Like,
it's true.
That's true.
So it's not that we don't know, we just choose not to. And it goes both ways. It's almost like, let's say for instance, I've been knowing Drake for like, say about 2 years now, right? About 2 years, right? We met in the midst of the pandemic and everything. We just got cool in that area from like just jumping on each other's faces, whatever. And me and him talk about this stuff all the time. And I actually follow his stuff because, I mean, he ain't one of the ones that's scared to like speak on both sides, though. That's why I give him the credit that I give him, because he don't just do it for our culture. It's also like, hey, look, we'll go on this side too. Give me a sec. So what? So with that being said, it's like, put it like this, right? We'll stick to strictly podcasting. As big and as different as we all are, right? Me personally, as highlighted as I am in the podcast world, I will always choose black podcasters and go on their shows before I choose to go anywhere else, to put the following and the attention on them. Now, granted, if you're chasing a certain type of bag, I get it. Like, it's an understanding you need each culture to excel in life. We get that. The problem is, for instance, it's 5 of us in this room. If Victor blow up, me, Toxic Tangents, Drake, and Jake and Jugs shouldn't feel entitled to his success.
Right.
Just because I've been in the room with you every day, I'm not entitled to your success, because they came and got you. They didn't come and get us. Now, if you decide to bring me on, that's cool, but you don't owe me that. And I think that's the first mistake we make, is we get into this zone where it's like, I can go and make $1 million deal tomorrow. It's my choice if I come back and go grab certain podcasters. But 90% of them will be mad if I go pull Drake, because they'll be like, why would you go get him? Because I understand the message that
Can I jump in right there?
All right, go ahead, Drake. Go ahead.
Because that, like, man, Del P is, he hitting it all over the nose, man. Bruised it all up. But the thing is, it's hard because when I support my people no matter what, man. But it's hard when I don't see them supporting themselves, or and they hate when they see me working with other communities as well, because everything culture is not just about people, it's about all cultures, and I'm big on really educating us about how are other people successful, how did other people slip up, how did other communities have these downfalls,
Yes.
for us to if we stay siloed, that's not going to work.
It's true.
That's true.
It's true.
That
You
is so
know,
true. I remember Elijah Muhammad
We don't have to
said
spread
in the
our
message
knowledge
to the
so much.
black man. Go ahead, Dre.
No, I'm sorry. We don't have to spread our knowledge so much, but we need to still learn the knowledge, period. We have to start engaging with other places to understand that we have so much together, because I hear sometimes we all we need. No, we're not all we need, because we would not need certain things right now, because we
yeah,
have our own corruption. It's other corruption in other communities as well. So let's see what happens there, and let's pay attention to history to see how we can resolve and avoid being in these situations again in life. But when I say, like, right now, Del P, I need to have Del P on the show. Tomorrow we have my man coming on. We got you coming on in the morning. Look at talk. I'm trying to really, when I have people do that makes you, I'm always trying to spread other podcasters. But I also see some people don't want that attention. And I'm like, if I don't sell myself, who I expect to sell who to sell for me?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna run up to the barbershop, but for instance, the main people, I have a paid system, Patreon, or main subscribers that pay monthly. All of them are white. Not one black person. Not one.
Damn.
Not a family
Wow.
member.
I
Not
actually
a
think
bro.
that
And I purchase other people items. I got ways. I buy from black-owned businesses, and I use the people who subscribe to me, I send black-owned business merchandise to them. But I don't get, once again, I don't complain about it. I just keep shaking, because it's gonna be one day when that thing come around, when people want to rock and want to be in touch. But I ain't got time for it. But as DLP say, I will be bringing people with me, but don't knock the people I bring with me.
But you can't.
That's all I'm saying.
Though, dog. Like, for instance, like, I always use the podcast world because I am like again, for some odd reason, I'm highlighted. I'm aware of the attention my name gets, but I'm also very strategic of who I do shit with. So you won't see me interact with everybody, but I know everybody that y'all do shows with. Vic could tell you that. I know a lot of people that do the shows is just like, and they don't match what I got going on. And then when I decided to take the break that I took, a lot of people felt certain ways, and it was like, nah, I'm on something else. Like, I'm gonna go do this. So, for instance, like, all I've been doing this last 6-7 months is backing Vic. Whatever Vic needed me to do, wherever he need me at, that's what I've been doing. That's all right, I'm gonna push him. That's what he want to do. He need the support. Wherever you at, you can ask him. Whatever city he in, if I can get there, I'm there. Anytime he done pulled up in Orlando, I'd have made that drive to go down there.
Listen, he did it for me, and you did it for Don B too,
Yeah, so it's like, I'm on more of I ain't in the space right now to go and do Man Cave again right now. I'm just not. Even though it's needed, I feel like it's hella needed, because I don't know what the fuck a lot of people doing at this point. I'm confused. I'm gonna lie to you, dog, because it's like, it's not. I honestly miss the pandemic, because it forced us to have conversations we wouldn't have at one point. We back to like whatever's the hot topic. That's what we gonna talk about. And it's like, damn, whatever happened. And there's no shade to people that do it. I'm not mad at it. It's just saying, like, as a podcast, you got to understand your number one thing is creativity. This is why you do it.
I agree.
You're able to come up with content. You're able to sit in front of a camera and speak within yourself and speak to others. You have the ability to reach out people and connect with people to make these shows happen. So it's like, let's not lose sight of why we do it. And I ended up having a conversation with a young lady in Orlando, and somebody asked her what was our podcast about. And she was like, everything. I pulled her to the side and said, I'm going to give you a key point right now. You better find a title for what it is you do, because everybody does everything. What makes you different? Why should I invest in you? Why should I listen? Why should I support you? And she looked at me. I was like, I understand you're new to this. I'm giving you free game.
Yeah.
Off when somebody goes to your page, like, matter of fact, I got everything culture pulled up right now, randomly, right? His shit straight up say we explore different cultures and perspectives while sharing ours. We would love if you follow and share yours. Episodes on all platforms. Now I can go grab on somebody else's. Let me see. I can go. Let me see
I'm
what
gonna
I
say quickly, we have a whole mission. We started with a mission statement. That mission statement comes in the words of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And that is, he believed that men hate each other because they fear each other. They fear each other because they don't know each other. They don't know each other because of segregation. Because of
Yes.
segregation, we have miscommunication. So I created this podcast and the pillars of respect, communication, and consistency, so we get to know each other, so we can love one another. And boom, straight like that. I have a
Yes.
mission for mine. I have a platform. I have pillars. We have things, when things go crazy and it ever gets to a point that I don't know what I want to talk about, we got to go back to our foundation, baby. You know what I mean?
Always.
We have a foundation. I know a lot of people don't have that, but get there, as Del P saying, get there, find it.
Yeah.
Yes. That's real. That is definitely real. Hey man, y'all hope y'all have been enjoying these gems that everybody been dropping. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Liquor Talk. Need to remind y'all, the more you drink, the better we sound. Thank you to Mr. Everything Culture for dropping in. You're gonna catch me on his podcast because that is going down tomorrow. But Del P, I'm gonna start with you. How has 2022 been for you, man? What you thinking, man?
I mean, that's lit for me. I mean, personal wise, I'm enjoying life, man. I'm just doing what I do. It ain't really no bad things. I think this year, being 36, I think took more of a start taking health and a lot of other things more seriously, like just mentally and understanding energies and understanding like I don't have to react. I mean, I wouldn't say react to everything, but it's more so like controlling your environment. You are in control of those situations. Because there's no purpose in me going to, we'll say, a party and being like, I really don't want to go to a party, but I go to the party anyway. Not realizing the energy that I'm about to bring to this party is why a situation is going to happen with me. Because it's the energy that I'm putting out there. So 9 times out of 10, if I go in there and I'm kind of standoffish, somebody's going to approach you with that type of like, what's wrong with you? And now it's this unnecessary bickering. All right, cool. But I don't know, like I said, just game planning, sitting back, watching everything. I didn't see the purpose of dropping Man Cave in the fourth quarter because I'm all about consistency. And once I get started, man, I'll do 2-3 episodes and drop them bitches in a week just because that's just me. Like, even in the pandemic, that's what I started up with, the Talk It Up Tuesdays, which I see a lot of people do. Kudos to y'all. Anytime I don't know who was talking about it. I know it's a sidebar, but somebody was talking about like other creators taking like other creators' content and not shouting them out or whatnot. You're in a creative lane, bro. You just got to take it for what it is. You just got to take it for what it is. If Toxic Tangents does an episode and I get inspired by it, yeah, part of him is going to want me to be like, yo, this is where I got it from. Now, if you just blatantly take the whole concept, then yeah, you gotta get that man his credit. But if I'm taking like a snippet or something, it's like a sample almost from music. Still gotta write off and give credit to the original individual. But
well, shit. After you give it to the internet, it belongs to the internet.
Yeah.
So yes, exactly.
Unless it's copyrighted or trademark.
Shit, even if
it's free game, and you shouldn't.
Yeah, I agree. I agree 100%.
I definitely agree with that 100%. But while I got you here, though, let me revisit that topic. What was your thoughts about all these artists passing away and stuff, and how everybody all of a sudden want to show them the love? They want to start hyping up the music because I know you're big into music. You're like a big music head. So, what was your thoughts on all that, man?
Man, gonna be frank.
Hey, it's the end of your episode, man.
We are in an era where we miss the drunk uncles and the grandmas, man. We missing it because there's no structure. There's nobody to. You don't have a homeboy chill out. You don't have a homeboy there. That's like, yeah, we doing too much. And then it's one of those things like I don't know where we got into this in music. Well, and it's more so these rappers that feel like they just gotta connect to the streets. I think it's dumb as hell, honestly.
Agreed.
Like, I don't know why. Like for me, if I'm a multi-millionaire, bro, I'm not. What the fuck am I going back? Why am I going back to where I wanted to get out of? Number one. Number two, why am I going anywhere, in any other city to go hang out in some shit I'm not from?
Yeah.
Right? So
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know. It's like I ain't a fan of it. I hate it, but it's one of these things where, again, we're in an era where people have to prove things because they don't have the credit.
Yeah.
Because you got to remember, like, DMX had the credit before he started rapping.
Yeah.
Nas even got street cred before he started. Niggas respect the hell out of Nas, right? But then you got rappers like Chance the Rapper, J. Cole, Kendrick. The list go. You even throw Bow Wow in there. These guys, and I only went that way because they're all in different lanes, but respectfully, they all move a certain way, and they all put out certain music. So it's like the industry did this thing where it was like, okay, we can make a lot of money off of this violence, so we're gonna push it. So
Did you?
go ahead.
I wasn't trying to interrupt you. Did y'all see the new video that ASAP Rocky came out with a few days ago? I can't remember the title of it, but my wife and I were watching it. You guys have to look up ASAP Rocky, look up his newest video. There was so much symbolism in this video where they literally took this man's likeness, they uploaded it to an AI, and were making money off of him even when he was dead. And then they printed the AI version of him and they paraded him around, and the record label was making money off of him. And he goes back to the apartment and sees himself, his physical body, literally being sucked up by the AI.
Damn.
So these companies, to your point, these
me?
companies are for a reason. They all have white execs. They all have white presidents. Sony, Warner Brothers, all these other big name distribution centers, they have an agenda, to exploit to the maximum degree.
Listen, they exploit the hell out of us, but they would not expose their own families to this shit that they.
Oh, absolutely not.
Us. They would not. I've even heard white executives admit that yeah, we do this, but we're not exposing our own families to it. So black people, what the hell should I tell you?
They're signing. Oh, go ahead.
Okay, put it like this, right? And I'm only using this because it's relevant, and I don't care because I stand on it. You probably could catch all kind of footage of me saying this. Let's use the case that's going on right now.
I know what you're about to talk about.
That is what is exactly wrong with our fucking culture.
I agree.
I definitely agree with that.
I agree.
The whole situation. I'm not pinpointing one thing. Look at the entire situation. That is what is wrong with our culture. You got
it's like people are acting like this is the OJ case back in the 90s. This is basically acting like the damn OJ case. And I'm like, y'all are blowing,
It's not that, man. This is culture not paying attention. This is me personally, and I said this before. I feel sorry for that girl at this point because them prosecutors literally took this case just because it was high profile. Let's just be honest. Because just me following it, I'm like, yo, what the
Why
fuck?
am I following this? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
following it, like trying to understand where the fuck are they going? Like, if you just pay attention to her team, it's like, what the fuck are y'all doing? If the whole court case is to prove this, certain shit shouldn't even came out. Certain things shouldn't be asked. It's just like, it's a shit show.
It really is a shit show. Like, why do we care about this? Like, when you're here to prove a case, we don't care about you. Like one of my old college professors would always say, look, when proving a point, give me the meat. Don't give me the fat. And it's like, y'all just giving us a lot of fat. We want the meat. Give us the meat and potatoes to prove this damn case.
Because there isn't.
It's nothing only there, bro. Like, if you want to be blatantly honest, there's nothing there.
Right.
There's no doubt that she got hit with ricochets. That's no doubt about it. Okay, we got that point.
Mm-hmm.
But then when we start like digging into this shit, and then I'm just, like I said, I'm just listening to what's being said. Once it came out that his fingerprints are not on the gun, I was done with it.
Right.
Because now at this point, if y'all get time, just go look at the comments.
No, that nigga got powers.
I saw the comments. I'm like,
that nigga got powers. Come on now. What are you talking about, man?
Mind you, this guy has not said shit since it happened. He put out 2 records, of course, to get it off his chest. He's an artist. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna do that. All three of them did that.
Yeah.
Thing is, the biggest thing that nobody want to pay attention to, don't nobody want to point at, man, these two goddamn women got in this fucking fight, and this shit had nothing to do with it. Had everything to do with him, but you gotta add alcohol, you gotta add emotion attachments, you gotta add they young. Y'all gotta remember Megan was 25 when this shit happened. It was 2 years ago. That girl had just became famous, she just started getting money. You're 25 years old. There's 25-year-old women out here that don't got money to act like that. So imagine if I got access to whatever the fuck I want. My attitude is like I'm that bitch. So it's not against her. I just think it should. I get it, but it should have never went to court because one, it took too long. That's number one. Two, how were you like if you wasn't gonna go in there and tell why the fuck did you do it?
Right.
And you know, to the larger, you know, we was talking about earlier, Del P, before you jump on. We're talking about our music artists, right? We're talking about therapy for men. You know what I'm saying? Takeoff just passed recently. You know, DJ Twitch, we mentioned that already.
I'm not familiar with him. Who is he exactly? I'm not familiar.
He was the DJ for the Ellen DeGeneres show for years.
He was the DJ for the Ellen show. I wasn't really familiar with him, but I was still like, this is a black man. He had a family. And now he's just taking his life.
So he the dude that was like in a picture with like 4 or 5 kids or something like that?
Yeah, he was married. He had 3 kids that I know of that I recall. He was like, you know, he was like a very upbeat, very positive person. At least that's what, you know, what he projected on social media. What were you saying?
And they said he committed suicide?
They said he committed suicide. So, and the look that you have right now is exactly what people in the comments under the developing story, you know, are saying like, oh, they because he was married to, you know, someone who's white, and so there's all types of conspiracies. I personally look,
man, we gotta stop that.
Look, no. This is what I'm saying. You at the end of the day, love is love, but here's the thing: when you start talking about when you're a celebrity, or when your status is a little bit higher up, people want to bring in different factors. Whether it's true or not is bad. The man's not even in the ground yet. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know if they did the full autopsy report. The truth of the matter is that there's kids and a wife that don't got that person in their life anymore, which is a black man. You know, we got to take a look at.
They doing her like they did PNB Rock Girlfriend, basically.
Right. And so we got to look at, as men, we have to look at, we are valuable. We get told as black men that we have no value other than our dick. Let's be real.
And money.
We get told a lot of times, we get told we have very little value. Very little. We look at the way that we're treated on Father's Day. You look at the way that you're treated sometimes during the main holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, how you're treated at work, how you're treated on TV, we get treated really bad. And I'm not saying that we're faultless. I'm not saying that. But it's clear, you see all these suicides, it's clear that we have to start taking up for ourselves more. We got to start going to therapy. I know we've talked about this. We've been talking about this for over a year.
Yes, we've been talking about therapy for there, but my thing is we need more than therapy. We need to have that 1 or 2 people in our corners that we can go to when shit is going left, because the therapist ain't always available on call. You know what I'm saying? I might need that one partner, the one person that knows me, that knows when they can tell when shit ain't right. The one person we can call on when shit ain't going right, you know? Yeah. And I just really feel like all these people that done took their lives, I really feel like if they had that one person they can really lean on, and it's supposed to be your partner, it's supposed to be your spouse, but apparently people that took their lives, well, we see what happened.
You know,
I'm gonna ask y'all something. Have any of y'all in this room ever dealt with a level of depression?
Yeah. Oh, what now?
Have y'all ever dealt with a level of like depression? It doesn't matter if it's a 1.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I think I have.
Yeah.
So the thought of taking yourself out has crossed everyone's mind in this room once before. No?
Yes.
Nah.
Never for you.
No.
No,
I have.
No, it ain't no, you know, if it happens to y'all, but nah, for me personally, nah.
Right, but I'm saying, but the reason why I asked that is because, like, for instance, right, even in it might have been It was the pandemic, right? Right before it kicked off. This is the version before anybody ever knew me, right? I didn't even realize that I was depressed. The chick that I was with at the time picked up on it. It was like, yo, you realize you've been in the bed for like a week and a half. Me not paying attention, nah, I'm regular, I feel regular. She's just like constantly like pointing out shit that I was doing that wasn't the norm. So a lot of times, I'm saying that to say a lot of times it suicide don't have a face, bro.
Yeah.
Don't it don't have a face. It's just an emotion, and then once you gotta understand how powerful the mind is too. Because you can if one and I jokingly say this shit about women all the time, but I be dead serious. A woman will talk herself out of a relationship because she tells herself things, and then you believe the shit you tell yourself. So with men, depending on the type of man you are, if you pay attention to these ages when these suicide things come on, these are guys that are like 40 and up, right? And that's an era where you cannot show emotion, you cannot cry, you cannot do this, man up, this, that, and the third. I think we don't pay attention to that caliber of growing up in that realm. So for me, it's like I had best of both worlds. So I'm thankful for the individual that I was with at the time to kind of like get me back in. But it takes a while. Like I said, you don't know. And a lot of times life whoops the shit out of you. It does. But then that's when I started telling myself, and I tell anybody this, I might have said it to Vic once before, man. I might not be the biggest like God-fearing guy because I have my own like logic towards a certain shit in life. But I am a firm believer you're not gonna go through anything in life that you're not built for. So the moment you constantly remind yourself that I'm built for this, and also pay attention to your decisions, bro. Like, stop doing shit. Like I'm a huge sucker for like being in a relationship knowing damn well I don't need to be there. Right? I'm with a chick knowing I ain't want to be with her anyway, but I'll stick it out. That is building to a level of depression for me that I'm not paying attention to. Or you had a job for like 2-3 years, you don't even want to be there. Dude, that is it's charging the battery for mental depression. It doesn't matter if it's 1% per month. Once it make it to 100%, it's a wrap. It's hard to grasp something. It's almost like trying to fix your marriage after 15 years, but it's been damaged for 10. It's been fucked up for 10 years. Meaning, whatever mindset this woman or this man been in for the last 10 years, you don't have. It's hard to get that fix. So it's very important to pay attention to those things. Like, I have a friend to this day, man, and in her mind, she feel like she get on my nerves, but I understand how important I am to her. She might not have the importance to me because it's not the.
It's not. Looks like he cut out. He was making a good point, but then it looked like he cut out, y'all.
Well, shoot, I just want to add to that.
Go ahead.
The thing is, I think a lot of these people that have problems with depression or, God forbid, self-deletion, it's substances. I do think that's a big part of it. I don't know about y'all, but I done had some really bad hangovers. Like really bad, and
like of course I'll blame you,
right. Like, we just came up with the question, right? Like, have we all been super depressed? Yeah, I look back on the times that I've been the most depressed. I'm not gonna lie, and it might sound funny, or whatever, but it was when I was on a bad hangover. But I know, like at this age, like if I'm on a hangover, I'm doing everything to make myself happy. Like I'm getting that big juicy bacon cheeseburger. I'm watching my favorite bullshit on TV, some Rick and Morty or whatever, and all that little shit, because I know that's what's gonna make me happy, right? So I don't slump down and start thinking about like real shit, because I know I'm in a fucked up mind state right now.
Right.
But that's just me. So imagine that, except like other drugs, like people, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these celebrities or fuck being a celebrity, but just people in general, right? But they do use other drugs recreationally, And you know, it's the same thing as a hangover. Like all a hangover is a come down.
Yeah.
You know, so same shit. What if they coming down off them other substances and shit, and that's what happened. I had a not last New Year's, but the one before that. We knew, me and my friends, we know this guy, and yeah, he took his life on New Year's. He got in a fight with his girlfriend, and then I guess he went home and did the deed. And that was he wasn't alcoholic, honestly. Rest in peace to the man. Definitely in a better place. But yeah, I'm sure it was something like that. You know, when you drink it, that's a depressant. You know what I mean?
True.
So that's it's real tricky when you mix up these other things with it too. And it's very ironic because that's like we use these substances. We drink or whatever. I know it's called liquor talk.
Yeah,
but
I
like
agree.
we drink
Yes,
to
the name
feel
is called
good.
Top, but the thing is, the goal is not to abuse the substances.
Exactly.
You're in control of the substances. You can't be abusing the substances. Del, looks like Del got his back on. Del, is everything good? I don't know if you can hear us, but yeah, but I would say the goal is to control the substances. It's like control your substance abuse, like
right, and don't let it control you.
Yeah,
Like,
don't let it control you. Hey, Del, do you think a contributing factor would be hold on. There he is. Del, we good now, Del?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. Julius from Toxic Tangents just brought up a point about substance abuse, and because I know you were telling us about a story about suicide and somebody you know about suicide, I'll let you go ahead and continue that point. But do you think substance abuse plays a part in that?
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No matter if it's Adderall, syrup, alcohol, it's all of it. Anything that's a depressant does nothing for you.
Mm-hmm. But I guess and the one thing we agreed on is that you got to be in control of it. You know what I'm saying? If you're not in control of it, that's when it'll trigger you.
I advise people all the time, man. Your mental health thing, right? You shouldn't do no drugs.
Yeah,
facts.
You should stay away from them because. And I'm a advocate where it's like I stay away from clear liquor. I don't fuck with vodka. Doesn't matter. Like I'm in an era with vodka, like I'm a demon on that shit. Like I'm mad aggressive. It's like it taps into something. I'm like, yo, you know what? Let's just stop.
Back on the spiritual level.
Yeah, like I'm on some other shit. The way it's like it's a powerful thing, bro. So it's like certain shit you just stay away from. Like I tell people, Coke got a different reaction for everybody.
Yeah.
Cocaine, I've seen guys respond different. I've seen a cat get mad angry. I've seen a cat get extremely hype and just want to have fun. Now it does turn you very mad aggressive though. I've seen it so much the way it's like, oh yeah, I'm good on this shit. I'm already aggressive sober. So there's no purpose in me testing this shit out. So no.
All right.
I definitely agree with that.
It's very important, man. And like I said, it could be pain pills. It could be, cough syrup. Like it happens. You hear artists talk about it all the time.
Yeah, I've heard those stories about artists talking about the cough syrup. I've even heard football players talking about being on that cough syrup and
being from where it originated, bro. I still don't understand the purpose. I have no.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I know you know about it. And is it true that a lot of those people that were on those cough syrups? I had a professor tell me this back in college. He said a lot of people that be on the syrup and stuff, they all die from heart attacks. Do you think that's relevant?
Yeah, it's true. I mean, look at the fact DJ Screw, the progenitor, of that type of music and that lifestyle, he died at 30 years old. I'm 33 right now.
Yeah.
The man died at 30 years old because he was literally sipping it like day, night. It literally slows down your heart. Literally slows down your heart. So, yeah. So it's, I remember when I was in college, we had parties and stuff and, you get your Sprite and everything, you get your cup. But the problem is, I don't know if y'all ever seen a Disney Pixar movie where the sloth is moving in like really slow motion.
Ice Age.
Yes. And just like that, but you can't make things go back to normal speed. You're just moving in slow-mo perpetually for hours at a time. And you can hear your heart. So at the end of the day, is it really worth it? Is it cool to do? Sure. is made popular. You listen to Zero, you listen to Slim, and these other guys in Houston or whatever. Is it popular there? You look at ASAP, he put some of it in his music too. So it's cool to look at. It sounds cool, but at the end of the day, I mean, look at Pimp C. Maybe one of the greatest Southern rappers of all time. He's gone. He's not here anymore.
Well, isn't that crazy though? How like codeine, that's a hard drug, but it was normalized in our culture.
It was because so many rappers were pushing it. They had Future singing codeine crazy.
And crazy
is
Future probably be the only one that pisses me out the most. Promote the fuck out of it, and he does none of it.
Damn.
I believe he does do drugs. He might say that in interviews because what you gonna say? Yeah, I do this drug, that drug. Like, come on, that's crazy. But I believe Future does drugs. He looked like
talking about Future.
I don't know the man, so that's just a speculation.
He been real direct with like, nah, don't. Like, he just know. It's just like this, right? We forget that hip hop is from the streets. We forget that hip hop is from the streets. This isn't this is a made up genre from the streets because it was like, hey, we can make money off of this, so let's rap about what the fuck we're dealing with. It's what it originated from.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of rappers, some of your favorite, who rapped about another nigga life, but it sounded like he did it. It happens every day, so I don't be surprised when I hear certain artists be like, "Oh nah, I just rap about the shit. It's entertainment." I think who said that shit? Jay-Z. It was an interview, matter of fact, and it was like a time he was talking shit on a record, and he was like, "I got Obama on text or some shit like that," right? Just shooting and talking shit in a record. And I think it was like the Breakfast Club interview, matter of fact. And then Charlamagne asked him that. He was like, let's not forget that hip hop is entertainment. Like, do you really think I got the president of the United States in my goddamn phone? Like, it was in a sense like that. Like, come on, bro. Most niggas just don't be telling the truth. I think the era of telling the truth stopped after Jeezy came out. Anybody that rapped after Jeezy, I don't believe.
Damn.
No, I'm serious. Just think about it. Like, think about it. After Jeezy, who do you have that you be like, yeah, like, no, Jeezy, like, you can't take away Jeezy shit because of the single-handed attachment of right-hand man Meech. You can't take his street. You can't take his being relatable and then actually being believable in his records. So now y'all mad at him because he don't rap like that no more. He don't live like that no more. So it's hard. Like, even Ross, I can't rap. People got to understand. And I only listen to artists that evolve. If you're an artist, you got 10 albums, you rap the same shit, I'm not listening to you. Mm-hmm. You mean to tell me you've been in the same spot for 10 years? Your bars never elevate?
True.
And I think we have to look at, I mentioned earlier episode saying the word no. There are times that we don't need to drink more. We don't need to smoke more. We don't need to sip more. We need to evaluate where we are. You know what I'm saying? And I know I can speak for myself personally. It got to the point where my body literally was telling me, yo, you keep doing this, we gonna die. We gonna die. We gonna die. And when you die, it's
your body's gonna tell you that you need to find a balance. Like, once you get older, like, I just turned 32, so I'm already feeling that fate. Like, we gotta do more. We gotta find a balance to all this shit.
Correct. And the older we get, the more we have to lose. You got family, you got a crib that you paid for, that you put everything on the line to get. You got people depending on you, people looking up to you. We can go down a long list. And is it fun? Yeah. But there's so many things that we can do. One of the things I really found out about myself in 2022 is there are so many ways to have a good time that don't involve anything to do with drugs or alcohol or any of that other stuff. There's so many ways that you can find fulfilling activities to do on a daily basis. They don't have anything to do with that. And I think we need to let ourselves know and allow ourselves to get out of the mentality of, I'm hard, they can't mess with me, nobody can make me cry. Look, man, allowing yourself to cry is going to keep you from jumping off the deep end, right? Even if it's with a person that may not necessarily be in the space to accept that, but at least getting that up out of you, because you could compress all that negative energy inside. And then if you have nowhere to put that, it's going to explode.
Mm-hmm.
We see it all the time. So yeah, you want to smoke, it's the weekend, you want to, let off steam for the week. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. But this cycle of we're doing it, I'm blazing up 5-6 times a day. I'm at work and I got, some dirty Sprite next. We got to stop doing that.
We do.
Black men are dying. I think national, it was the FDA. There was one of the national health associations tied to the government came out with a report. I'd have to go and find it and post it in the link, where Black men are dying disproportionate to other groups of men. And that's excluding police violence.
Damn.
So we really got to take a look. We really got to take a look at what are we doing to ourselves. We cannot be He-Man, Superman, and Batman every day, all the time, 24/7. It's impossible. You have to be vulnerable. You have to get to a point where you say, I'm unable to do this. We have to. That's the only way that we're going to start this paradigm shift. Otherwise, we're already the most disrespected group of people on the planet. We're the most valuable by a long shot. But we don't respect ourselves enough.
Yeah, and if we don't respect ourselves, then why the hell is that going to give any other culture reason to respect us?
They're gonna railroad us every time.
Because they're going to look at this shit. They're going to be like, look at how, that's why the mob, that's why all the other cultures, they laugh at Black people, because they're like, look at this shit we do to each other, and look at the fact that we don't spend our money with each other. Look at how we treat each other, but yet we want respect from the other cultures.
There you go.
Yep. When you really think about going into 2023, we all have an opportunity collectively to do better. We can achieve our dreams collectively. It is possible. How do I know it's possible? Because like Drake was saying earlier before he left, there's other communities out here that all the short-term stuff that they really want, they say, you know what? I want something bigger than this.
Mm-hmm.
They're putting their pride to the side to achieve bigger and better dreams, to go buy homes, to own businesses. We can do.
Yes, we can.
We're the culture of this country. We built the country. We're the culture of the country. We're the entertainment of this country. We provide the work capital for this country. Everything that's a positive, almost, it comes from us. We have such an opportunity to do big things. Such an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. We can jump out of our box.
We definitely do. We got a lot of big opportunities. Fellas, what is something we are looking forward to with 2023, man? What is something y'all looking forward to for 2023? What's something big y'all looking forward to with 2023?
Whatever comes my way.
Damn, for me, I would say in terms of this show I have, just up in the production, up in the ante, just taking it to that next level that I know that it should be at, and making some money. You know what I'm saying? Like in all streams of income that I have, just in general, is next level shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jug, what you looking forward to?
Man, next year I'm looking forward to traveling. I'm looking forward to them 6 figures. I'm looking forward to getting more involved, civically, politically in my local community. I know what I have up here. I know that I can't waste this opportunity. And there's other people depending on the catalyst that I'm going to provide so that we can have better. We deserve better. And I'm looking forward to being the one that pushes for better next year. I'm really looking forward to it. Really am.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We definitely deserve better. We're due for better. Nobody's gonna give it to us. We gotta go earn it. We gotta go out here. We gotta we gotta go out here and show we deserve it, you know. Del, what you looking forward
I
to?
go get it.
Del, you heard me? All right. I'll come back to Del, but personally, what I'm looking forward to with Look at Talk, I'm looking forward to doing the show on the road. I'm looking forward to.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
You breaking up?
Del, you back? Okay. I don't think he back yet, but like I said, what I'm looking forward to, y'all, I'm looking forward to traveling. I'm looking forward to essentially taking this show on the road. Like, it's like this is nice and all, but it's from the season premiere of Look at Talk. I'm liking to do shows in person, so I'm looking forward to like maybe just taking some trips and traveling and doing more networking and also getting to the bag because I don't know about y'all, but I'm getting tired of corporate America. I want to get to the bag, you know, because and work for myself and do this shit for myself. You feel me? Because sometimes you just get tired of
that
corporate
part.
America and their bullshit, man. It's like it's always something. It's like these motherfuckers want a 2 weeks notice from you, but they can fire you whenever the hell they feel like it.
It's bullshit.
Hell yeah. You know what? And also, I'm looking forward to it. And also, I want to take my people with me and stuff. You know, I want to do that. I want to definitely take my people with me wherever I go. So now that he's back on, I'll be hell. I told this man I want to go to his city. You know, because there's plenty of podcasts in his city.
It is.
But
That works.
I was asking you. I was trying to ask you what you look forward to with the new year.
Being consistent with man cave.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll change the game. I'm bored. Nah, I just right now for I just I don't be having the time, man. That's really what it is. And then the things I do have the time to, I do them, and I'm tired of shit. You ask Vic, I got to Orlando. I was like, yo, I ain't gonna lie to you. Ride this shit out tonight.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, we had to thug this shit out. Like, I'm like, damn. I'm looking over. I'm like, damn, dog. You look tired as fuck. But he's still here though. But you know what? That's something I respect the hell out of. You know, because he's a man of his word, and I'm the same way. Of like, if it's somebody you fuck with, you gonna make time for. You gonna make it happen, and that's for sure. And you do it like it's nothing. You know,
it's more so about believing in people, man. There's no reason you should be around people you don't believe in. Other than that, where you gonna get your inspiration from?
Right.
Damn.
That's real. That's what we gotta do for 2023, and also we just gotta apply that pressure and apply the pressure where it's welcomed. And you know, we just gotta keep our foot on next with everything we do. You know. And also the last thing, y'all. Why do people always wait till it's the new year to try to change something? Like, hey, you want to do this, you want to do that. Why the hell you wait for the new year? I've never really
it's the thing to say, it's the thing to do, man. You know that.
Yeah, it's true.
New
well,
year,
I'm telling
new
y'all, look.
It's hip.
Say it again.
It's the hip thing to do. You know what I'm saying? People feel like it's a new year. You got a full 365 to make changes. It's not easy making changes, man.
No, it's
you
not.
get in the habit of doing something, and to break yourself out of that, when that's your comfort zone, most people, let's be real, most people can't do it. Because if they could, the world wouldn't be where it is right now.
Exactly.
So, you know, it's not an easy thing to do.
You got a point there.
I mean, the world wouldn't be,
point there, man.
I mean, I'm looking at it from my perspective of my show, you know what I'm saying, Book of Clarity, right? We're looking at the fact that there are people who have not accepted that 46 is 46, and they still believe that 45 is in control of the White House. And they believe that they can bring that back by violence right now. People in office at the federal level, the ones who get paid $400K with universal health care and kickbacks, So I mean, I'm looking forward to next year. We're gonna have a lot of interesting conversations. We
Yes,
gonna
I'm looking forward to this shit.
you know we're gonna be playing Connect Four on their heads. We're gonna play Connect Four so people can see. And let's be real. Let's be real. For Black people, we don't usually know how to connect dots. Civically.
No,
we don't connect those dots together.
Hey, you know what's funny? We know how to connect the dots, and we gonna bring somebody down though.
Hello.
Look, the court case you was talking about earlier.
Talk about it.
Yes.
The court case.
We like, how we gonna get this shit done? We're not. That's the thing. We're not.
It's not we. They.
Yes, they. It's like we only connect the dots if it's interesting to us. And
think about it. If somebody fucking you over, you can take your time out to figure out. Let me see how this motherfucker getting over on me. You gonna take all the time, all your energy. You gonna think about all this shit. But the person that's hustling just as hard as you won't go have that conversation so y'all can figure this shit out. That's why niggas look at me weird, and it's like, no, you're gonna see me hanging with certain people, and they'd be like, why are you over there? Because these guys are completely consistent. They're heading somewhere. It's cool I'm cool with being a leader of the pack. I don't mind leading shit in life. But we all got to be going in the same direction. I'm only considered the leader because I have problem-solving skills. Not because I'm anybody. I do well with solving problems. So that's why I'm in the forefront. So it's like, but put it like this, and I actually gave credit to Vic this the other day. How Vic is off camera and on camera, I give him credit for that shit all the time. Because when that camera come on, he know how to get right to it. Me, I gotta warm up to the room, I gotta get comfortable, and then my shit start going. Because I'm more of a, do you deserve this? Like, I don't like wasting my words or my energy on every podcast. So sometimes I kind of just sit back and be like, you're gonna get the bare minimum. You know,
that I feel. It's like that I feel, but it's like if I feel like my time is wasted, I feel like that's just gonna be I'm like, hey, look, you cool and all, but I'm definitely don't call me again. That's what I'm saying.
Like you got this one.
You got me on this one, but the next time I ain't showing up.
I just like I said, I mean, I respect everyone's crap. I respect everybody's mindset. It's just, how you mad at me for doing what worked for me? Like I had this conversation early today with my homegirl, and she had asked me about somebody that I used to hang with, and I gave her like a blank answer, like, he don't fit in my life, so it don't make sense for us to be friends. And she was like, what? And he don't. Like, it's not personal. If you watch how I move and you watch how he move, our lifestyles don't align. So at this point, everything he does irritates me. So therefore, there's not him. He being himself.
Mm-hmm.
It's me at that point. It's me. It's not him. It's me. Because I'm agitated. I'm bothered. I'm uncomfortable. So then this doesn't need to be here because it's bothering me. So I remove myself. It's no hard feeling. There's nothing you can't call and ask me for anything. It's no bad blood. It's just, okay, this has served its purpose. If I hold on to this, and I tell you this all the time, when you keep people in your life, sometimes you keep karma for getting on their ass.
Ooh,
that's it.
Bars.
Because
that's it.
The type of individual I am, if I always come into the gate open with open arms, right? There's not really too much of a selfish bone in my body. But then when you deal with someone who's unintentionally selfish because they're not self-aware, then that's your fault because you are aware of what's going on, but you continue to keep that person there. So you can't blame somebody for hurting you if you knew they were going to hurt you anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Preaching.
Yes, he's definitely preaching. Definitely preaching.
And they go across the board. Dating too, man. I had to learn that shit.
Yes, I think we all had to learn that shit. And honestly, that's why I look back at these conversations. I just listen and I'm like, if only they knew how stupid y'all sound sometimes. So I just sit back and listen, you know.
Nah, I enjoy it. Man, I gotta find that video. I gotta send y'all in a group chat.
All right,
a video, right? The dude was like, the girl was like, yeah, if the man really like you, he ain't gonna let you come out your pocket. And the other dude was like, well, shit, hell no. This, that, and the third. He started going in, but I was like, but he right though. You're not about to come in my. This is my thing with women. I love women. I love women. I love women. You're not about to come in my life and be no motherfucking bill, bro. If I'm 100% taking care of you and everything, you're a bill. That is
Yes,
a bad
that's
investment.
facts.
That's a bad investment. I already got to take care of. Think about it like this, bro. I take care of my rent, my kids, my everyday life, right? This is my personal everyday life. So if I bring a woman into this and then you give me all your shit, your bills, your problems, the things you can't control because you don't know how to solve them. You giving me all this shit and all you want to do is sit here and look pretty and give me some pussy. I'm good, bro.
Hello.
I'm good, bro.
Yes.
Bang, bang.
Bang,
So,
bang.
is it Julian? What's your name? Julian? Or
Julius.
Julius. So you feel like, to be fair, I am a guy that's, hey, I would take care of the bills in the house. I would tell you, can ask any woman I ever dated. On God, I got you. But if you go over there and create a bill, you're paying for that motherfucker. I'm not paying for it. You created that bill.
Create a bill like what? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like me, my life. My bills are literally my house. What's in my household? I don't have a car note. I minimize as much as I can in my fucking life because it ain't necessary, right? I don't give a fuck what anybody think about how I run my life. I cut my bills down. I get a chick who come in my life, and let's say she got $7,000 left on her car. Nothing wrong with the car. You're on your way out of this car note. Your car note about $450, $475. Insurance about $350, $300, depending on your age, right? We get together, we pay all this shit off. You say, babe, I want a new car. I explain to you up front, if we decide to make this decision, you're going to pay the car note on this thing because you're creating a bill we just got rid of.
Yeah.
I could kind of understand that. But,
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, okay,
Yeah.
so I'll break it down even further, right? You want this new car note, but you want your hair and your nails done all the time. Which one is more important to you?
Ooh, they ain't gonna like that.
That's a
They
tough
are
one.
not gonna like that.
If I not
But it's a fact though. It's a fact
And
though.
this is why women don't like male podcasters.
Yeah, that's true too.
No, they just can't know what it is. They just can't handle the truth. That's all it is.
Hear me out, bro. And I get in these arguments with women all the fucking time, and I don't be caring. I don't give a fuck. You know why? Because if that's the case, I know you're not for me because your priorities are fucked up. Because let's get something clear. I tell every man, stop letting women tell you that their nails and their hair is a priority for them. Because at the end of the day, bro, that shit that you put on and go outside in, I don't see at the house any fucking way.
Hello.
Damn.
So I'm basically I'm taking care of you to go be in competition with another female. Because it ain't for us. To be real. They don't want me getting dressed for us because if she did, we would be in 90% of the pictures that they take. No.
You know what's interesting? You know what's interesting about what Del is saying right now is that there's also this other group of women in life, right? That they go to brunch, they spend about $500 or $600.
Yes.
There ain't no problem.
Oh, they get.
I don't know if you've ever been. It's the same. If you ever been to brunch with black women, they go ham.
They do.
Now,
they got all the money in the world.
Jugs. They are splitting this bill, bro.
Huh?
They're splitting the bill.
Oh no, they split the bill by but they got the money.
Look, I'm gonna tell you how I go though. Real shit. And I got a bunch of girls. I got a shitload of sisters, bro. They busting this shit down. And then on top of that, let's add another factor. You got niggas that come in and paying for everything.
Yeah.
90% of the women go to the club broke, bro. No money. You know why? Drinks.
Because niggas gonna play.
Because niggas are gonna pay for them.
Why do you think it's ladies? Dog, listen to ladies free all night. We gotta pay $20, $25 in here to go see if there's women in here. But you letting every woman in here free, but it ain't that many women in this motherfucker.
You know
what we doing?
I think this is what I think. What you're saying is absolutely true, but I also think there's another tier of women, right? That
also, yes,
that they got all their ducks lined up.
But they're emotionally.
And what they're requiring out of the men that they're looking for, they already have their own thing going on. So I just want to give them props. But going back to specifically what you're saying right now, I heard somebody earlier today, I was listening to something where they're saying, a lot of times men, some men, especially younger men, they treat women like babies. They don't treat them as humans. It's like you got to take care of them. You got to kind of pat them on the back. You kind of got to guide them by the hand. No.
That's a problem.
And it leads to a very easy cycle of manipulation.
Yeah.
And so what we got to do is that, not that you want to be an asshole. That's not necessarily the point. But there's a lot of guys that say, oh, you need me to take care of that? No, they was already taking care of that before you came.
But look, you said a key thing. You was like, we baby them, right? Let me tell you why we're fucking set up like that. You didn't tell me I was cute today. You don't ever give me compliments. You never say this. You never do this. So psychologically start doing this. If you start failing relationships multiple times, some of the women say the same shit. Oh, the last guy didn't give me enough compliments. So we have social media to thank for that shit. Because I got 50 likes and this nigga put heart emojis under my shit. And I'm like, yeah.
And then, but what they don't tell you is it's a nigga that they don't even like. See, the crazy thing is they tell you that it's a nigga they know damn well they ain't gonna get this nigga the time of day. But the niggas they look for to do all that shit, they
don't care.
Ignoring their asses.
They don't care. They're looking for power.
Yes.
They're looking for power. They're looking for stability.
But fine with that, right? I give you 3 things I've done in life, right? 3 crazy things I've done in life. I don't regret no decision either. I stand on all my shit. 1, dated a chick, she got pregnant while we were together. Wasn't my fucking kid, we split. Whatever. She decided to come back. She was 3 months pregnant. I stayed 10 toes down with this girl for a year and a half. Knowing the kid wasn't mine, like, hey, fuck it. It is what it is. The kid ain't asked to be here. That is my motto across the fucking board. Because I ain't perfect. I've done everything that I could. Explain to me why it didn't work. If I'm doing everything Judge is talking about, and the same thing Jay over here saying, you pay all this, that, and the third. I did all this.
Yeah.
No reason I lost, right? But it's a key thing in life. There's a woman who doesn't know what she wants will destroy the fucking empire you're trying to build for her.
I agree with that 100%.
Yes, I definitely agree with that.
I just got together with a couple of homeboys last night that I haven't seen in a long time, but we're real tight. And he's one of them. He's now in a very, committed romantic relationship. And we both said literally the same thing at the same time. The people, who we're with, they know exactly how to express themselves, and they know exactly what they want. They know exactly what they want. They know exactly what they don't want, too.
Yeah.
And they'll tell you. And I think it sounds so simple, but when you see situations that people go through, you realize that a lot of times going back to Atlanta, right, with Donald Glover, he does not know what he wants.
And he's kind of a bum.
Yeah,
he's a bum, but part of the reason why he's a bum is because he doesn't know what he wants.
Point though.
It's a good point. I'm not saying it ain't. I'm just saying because it contributes heavily. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, I want to see all my brothers succeed. I really do.
I don't want to shame women. To add to that, a man don't know his purpose can never lead you into an empire either. So
facts.
Let's make sure that
listen, in 2023, men, I need y'all to figure out your purpose. Ladies, figure out what the hell y'all want before y'all start dating men. And let's figure out how we all gonna win together in 2023. I want to thank everybody for supporting Liquor Talk. Thank you for everybody that's coming on, everybody that's tapping in. Fellas, how can they get in touch with you? Julius, how can people get in touch with you?
You can hit up Toxic Tangents Podcast wherever you're listening to this. It's everywhere, and keep it toxic.
All right, JD Jugs, where can people get a hold of you?
TikTok at Book of Clarity, YouTube at Book of Clarity, Twitter BOJ Radio. Please send me your questions as it relates to history, politics,
No,
I would love to get into it with you. I appreciate all y'all. Appreciate you, Vic.
Listen, I
put
can't
all that
wait
in
to
the
come
group chat,
on
please.
and
My memory is trash. Can you put that in the group chat?
Yes,
I
I
will put
will.
all of this in the group chat.
Yeah,
I will put it in the group chat.
Hey,
Definitely, where can the people get a hold of you?
you can't. If you don't know me, just leave it alone.
Let's go. Incognito.
You know what? I appreciate that. I can appreciate that,
that too.
man.
What?
But
I'm
yeah,
being
but-
honest, bro. Like, I can show y'all my DMs right now, and I'll be like, no, I don't know. Because it's no.
I respect that. But where can
If
people find
if you know, then you know. Like, you know how to, people know how to get in touch with me, but it's like, I don't know. I think they don't like the way I move now. Because it's kind of like a package deal when I be doing shit. So it's almost like, put it like this. If you haven't done a show with Conversations with Lamp, I probably won't do a show with you. You know why? You know why that is? If y'all ever go listen to his particular podcast, he has one-on-one interviews with his guests. So if I can't go and sit and listen to the type of person that you are and what you represent, why would I waste my time if I just heard an hour of you say bullshit?
Questions that need answers.
Damn.
Yes.
So again,
Damn, son, where you find this?
Conversation with Lamp, that is my gatekeeper. I've said this shit 1,000 times, and that's why people do like, no, me and Vic been cool forever. So it's like Vic can ask me, you know what I'm saying? Like, we built that rapport. So that's like if Vic come to me and ask me to do one of y'all show, I'm gonna do it because Vic asked me to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not on the sense of, oh, I'm only doing this because he said it. It's like, no, I'm gonna come and be 100% me, but there's a reason he's sending me this direction. I trust
Correct.
him. And then it stops.
Yeah, I hear it.
If you want to find me, just shit, chase me.
Yeah, and also everybody on here already know that when they ready for me to come on their show, it's already just a dim away. They already know because we got that rapport with each other.
Yeah.
And on that note, everybody, this is lights out to 2022. We'll see y'all in 2023. Until the next time, ladies and gentlemen, we out this thing. Deuces. Happy New Year. Take a shot for me. Happy New Year. We out.
Get fucked up.
Juice.
Responsibly.
Deuces. Yes.